Hey guys, just working on another project. I'm doing a party shirt for my husband for the military ball coming up. And I just got some fabric in, and right now I'm hemming up the back of the dress shirt. So what I'm actually doing, I took an existing dress shirt for my husband for his uniform, and I'm changing out the sleeves and the back panel of the dress shirt. Also want to press your seams or your hems so they stay. Now as you can see, my fabric is a dark color, but I am using a white thread because the majority of the shirt is white, and that way I don't have to keep changing out my threads. Now I'm not the original creator of this idea. There's many of them out there. I am just transforming his shirt, personalizing it for him. So this is the bottom of the shirt, and this is the hem, and you can see the thread, but the stitch is very tiny and the hem is very small. Guys, I got my back panel attached to the rest of my shirt. It's just, this is called the yoke, right under the collar. So I've got it attached to the yoke, and I just have it pinned in there, and I'm about to sew it up. So it's still in two pieces, but this will attach the shirt together to as close to the white edge as possible. Never did this before, guys, so I just followed a YouTube tutorial, and it was a great tutorial. Like I said, I will try to link her video down below. She's got in 3 parts, so we shall see. Because this was a hidden seam when the shirt was originally created, and because I took it apart, I can't do the invisible seam because it's impossible unless I take the whole shirt apart, and I'm not about to do that. You just take your time, go really slow so that your seams are neat and straight as possible. It's time consuming, but it's well worth it once you get the shirt done. Like I said, this is a dress shirt, and I want it to be professional as possible. And this is the panel we just attached to the yoke. There it is. You see that right here? And this is the little stitch that I did. Sorry guys. Alright, so that is the beginning. Here's the back, the hem of the shirt that we did first, or that I did first. Okay, so we have the shirt still apart in 2 pieces. So now I have to sew up the sides and attach the panel to the rest of the shirt, and we have to do that inside out. This will be my first shirt I've ever made. So I'm starting at the underarm, right at the underarm, right down here. You don't want to sew the eye, the arm eye, which is the hole where your arm goes through, right here. Okay, right in here. So start at the corner and take your time pinning, guys. You cannot pin this any more carefully. And I'm just going to continue pinning my shirt on both sides, and I'll come back. I'm just using my white thread again. I'm not changing out my thread color. It won't even matter because you won't see this, so take your time. Okay guys, so I got my sides sewn up. Now it's starting to look like a shirt again. You can see that there's the armhole, and here's my side seam. And I also went back, and after I did the straight stitch my side, I did a zigzag on the end so that my raw edges won't come apart or separate. So I got that done. I took my sleeves off the shirt, the white shirt, and used that for my pattern. And I used a solid colored fabric from Walmart. I got one brown and one orange. And I took the sleeve off the shirt, then I proceeded to take the cuff off the shirt also. And there is a white, I want to call it a placard. I think she called it a placard. And that is for the edge of the opening right here. So you see there's this white piece right here. I sewed the hem, closed up the sleeve, added the placard, and then I added the cuff. Okay, so that is what you do for the sleeves. And so my shirt, I have one orange sleeve. This will be my right arm, and one brown, and that'll be on my left. Turn the shirt right side out. Okay, and this is the right armhole. You'll see I have the colors mixed up, so there we go. This is the right, and this is the left. Okay, the brown. And so now I have to match up the armhole with the sleeve. And so what I'm going to do is now turn it, I mean it's a lot of hassle, but I turn it back inside out. And this was the right. And we take our sleeve right side facing, and there is a swoosh, a peak on our sleeve. You can see that. Okay, there's an angle. So we're going to take the right arm and stick it into the right sleeve, in right sides facing, and we want the peak of that sleeve at the top. And we're going to match our seams on the shirt, because this is the only seam in the armhole, and then the seam on our sleeve. Line them up as much as you can, as neat as you can. Raw edges line up also. If you cut your pattern correctly, it should all line up. And that is our first pin. So now I'm just going to go around and line all my edges up. And you kind of have to finagle the sleeves a little bit so that, and don't stretch it because it'll deform your armhole, all your fabric. Okay. Itself, I used several pins here, but at the very top I've used extra pins to hold that puckering down, and it won't show, you won't have pleating. Okay, so the more pins you add to the top, the better, the smoother the sleeve will look. And again, you want to take our time going around when we're stitching this up, and I will show you that when we get there. Oh, and I also did a few on one side and a few on the other. And you want to pin your sleeve straight up. You don't want it on the table laying down, because it won't fit right. Okay, so when we get to the sewing machine, I'll show you how I get these sewn on. Alright, and I'll be back. So if you have a sewing machine that has an arm extension, or the thing that you can take off, that helps with sewing in your circle in the sleeve. So you just start with any one of them, but I prefer to start at the seam that's under the arm, the side seam. That way the line, when you look at the shirt on the outside, will line up, okay? And I will also do a back stitch just to lock in the seam. All right? And don't get eager to pull your pins too soon, okay? Just sew up to your pin, and then when you get to it, as soon as you touch that pin, then you want to remove it, okay? We're now approaching the difficult part. Readjust all that fabric so nothing is pulling and tightening as we sew along, and nothing is getting caught underneath, okay? And don't pull, don't tug on your sleeve. You just want to help it line up. You don't want to readjust it. Don't want to stretch it, is what I mean. Don't stretch. Okay, guys. I have completed my sleeves, and now, moment of truth. We gotta flip our shirt right side out. Yay, we got orange on the right. Very good. So here's my shirt back panel, and here is my right sleeve. Very nice, very nice. No puckering. And here is my left sleeve, and a little bit of puckering here, but no one's gonna see that, so we're just gonna go with it. So the thing with this shirt is it's a tuxedo shirt, and he uses this shirt, my husband uses this shirt under his dress jacket, his uniform. And what you see with the uniform when you have the jacket on is just the white panel and the collar. You don't see anything else, so everything else stays white, okay? And then once the formal ceremonies are done, you take off your shirt. Oh, there is a little bit of puckering there, but it's okay. Hardly noticeable. You take it off, take the jacket off after the formal part of the ball. You have the party shirt. So they take it off, and they have the fun sleeves, and go Browns go. So thanks for joining me. I hope you guys check out the link below. I don't remember her name because as I was researching it, I was also doing doing the steps with her. So I will link her if I can on my description down below. And if you have any questions, any comments, please leave them down below and give it a thumbs up if it was good enough for you. And I will probably insert some pictures later on with my husband wearing this shirt. So thanks guys. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Love you. Bye.